So I'm gonna say yo, 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 yo. When I say yo, 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 on that last yo, you're gonna say what it do, baby, and we all gonna say it together. Okay? Y'all got me? All right.
So I just had the camera facing that way.
Yeah, that's how you like a camera.
Justin, what's the name I had you? I got all that. You doing that? So we took good.
I remember the day. I think I like it so much before. Like, what is it?
We getting set up now.
My music is something. And tell them how to stop
Set up, making sure everything right. Thank all our day talkers, all our all-stars for joining in. We have a great show for you this evening. It's going to be crazy. It's not crazy. We have Lieutenant Eugene J. Richardson. Guess what? He's right next to me. Watch this. Tuskegee Airmen. You got to join that. This was just going to be a crazy. Blossom, what's happening?
8 minutes. Do y'all want to do a practice run through? Or y'all want to do a practice run through? Let's do a practice run through. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? On the last yo. What it do, baby? You ready? All right. So every time I begin my show, I say, yo, 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 yo. What it do, baby?
What it do, baby?
Yes, I love the energy.
One more time, Dave. One
more time. Up. Say one more time so we can get it. Y'all ready?
One more time.
Yo, 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 yo. What it do, baby? Yes, now y'all know y'all on live right now. So everybody seeing y'all do the what it do, baby. Yes, yes. Alrighty. It's about that time.
You're getting hearts and everything. Let's go. And the story is always there, ready to be told. Yes, sir. Tuskegee Airmen. I want to talk about everything. Any message that you want to get out there? There's no restrictions at all. Nothing censored. Nothing censored. How you want to say it? How you want to say it? Beans, what's happening? Beans? Beans said, what it do, baby? Beans. Beans said, what it do, baby?
What it do, baby? What's going on, baby?
What's happening? Hey, listen, we gotta remind. Hey, listen, we have to remind Dave. He has to share the mic. We have a centerpiece, but he doesn't put it in the centerpiece.
Well, because I want
We want to tell Mr. Richardson. We want to tell Mr. Richardson and tell him we gotta pass the mic. Well, let me see that. Let me see that, Dave. I'm gonna post my drawing here.
Oh, okay.
Let me set my drawing.
You gotta push it.
It's been on.
You on live right now?
Yes.
What was y'all gonna tell me?
We've been told you we was on live. We've been told you. That was the practice.
Ready? Yo, 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 yo. What it do, baby? Listen. We are here for yet another Wednesday where day-to-day our aim is to educate and entertain. And tonight, it's all about education. We got a surprise for y'all. We have a real treat for y'all, so make sure you stay tuned. Do not let go. Do not go away. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tune in. We in here, baby. I'm Pretty Boy Day, as y'all know, and I'm here with my guy, Philly Star.
You gotta pass the mic.
I gotta pass the mic. I don't wanna pass it. I love the mic. We'll talk about that later. But listen, man.
I go through this all the time, y'all.
Listen, matter of fact, so I was gonna wait to introduce him. But I'm going to do it early because I want his opinion on the spotlight with Philly Star. So, introduce yourself, sir. And I'm gonna relinquish the microphone.
Good evening. Thanks ever so much for coming. It's really great to see you. I'm flattered that so many ever came out. I'm Eugene Richardson, one of the original Tuskegee Airmen. Completed flight school March 11, 1945, class 45A. I got a solicitation not too long ago, maybe one day last week. And that they're soliciting funds for the Tuskegee Airmen Museum in Detroit. And somewhere on that solicitation, I think I recall saying there are only 2 Tuskegee Airmen left. And I said, I don't know who the heck the other guy is, but up here. But I don't think that's true. I think there are far more than 2 that are still left, but I have no way of verifying that. A fellow Tuskegee Airman here is Aaron Watkins. Aaron.
All right, Aaron.
Yeah, stand up and take the bow, man. Take the bow.
Hey, come here so everybody can see you. Come here. Just stand up here real fast. Stand right there. He coming over here, see?
Chair?
No.
No, he just wanted to see real fast.
Tuskegee Airman Aaron Watkins has a Bronze Star. A Bronze Star. He was a Chinook pilot in Vietnam.
Oh, wow.
The Chinook helicopter, it looks like a banana. It's got a big propeller on each end. That's the Chinook, and he had many hours in the Chinook, and he got a Bronze Star for his activities with the Chinook helicopter. That thing goes in at night and rescues people. They go in and pull out damaged aircraft and so forth. Aaron, tell them more about it.
Thank you, Dr. Richardson. I get a chance to travel with Dr. Richardson around the country. We have been to many universities, many locations. I carry his bags and listen to all the stories and everything. My name is Aaron Watkins, and I was trained by the Tuskegee Airmen, the chief instructor who flew Eleanor Roosevelt, Chief Anderson, when I was 19 years old. So I learned to fly at Tuskegee. I'm originally from Memphis, Tennessee. And little did I know I would be here in, let's say, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, because Chief Anderson was born in Bridgeport, Pennsylvania, near King of Prussia, and grew up in Brittmont. And now I'm here with all the stories that he told me. So I have over 1,000 combat hours in the Chinook helicopter, and they trained me in almost everything, believe it or not. Not only a Chinook pilot, but they trained me in data processing in 1960. I became a common commander of the data processing unit, and I worked for West Point Academy. And so I get a chance to just travel and talk about it. And one thing I just want to mention to everybody, and they probably mentioned it here, in Pennsylvania, March 29th is Tuskegee Day. Governor Wolf signed into law the official Tuskegee Day for the state of Pennsylvania. And Governor Josh Shapiro was our first speaker at the Tuskegee Day. So this year, everybody should have a flyer here on March 29th. We're going to have a Tuskegee Day. You can go to our website. It's on there, phillyredtails.org. It's on your sheet. Dr. Richardson will be honored at that location, along with 3 other Tuskegee Airmen, 2 female Tuskegee Airmen. One lady by the name of Kelly Gentry, she was the stenographer for General Benjamin O. Davis, who was in charge of the entire program, and Alma Bailey, who was a cadet nurse, and Judge Robert Williams from Philadelphia, who was a pilot during World War II also. So I'm gonna hand the mic over back.
Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you. So right now, we are going to, so I introduced him early so that we can get his take on, every week we do a spotlight with Philly Star. Now, Philly Star is my guy. He's my co-host. He is also, as I said before, the CEO of the most inspirational clothing line that there is, IYBO, which stands for I'm your best option. So here we are, Philly Star, I'm your best option.
Yeah.
Thank you. Trust me, this is going to be the first and the last time I'm going to have a mic this evening. So let me take my time, because once I give it back today, it is over. Spotlight with Philly Star is no judgment. Who do people see? We all know the cliche, never judge a book by its cover. Yet only time will tell if you are showing your true self or your representative. You know, the one you sent out to give a good impression. Every day we visit many rooms and talk to many people. Our stories are being told by our actions until conversations may or may not draw different conclusions. No matter the variety of ways that we are seen, heard, and even judged, always remain who you are, no matter where you are. Be true to yourself, because you are the best option. Keep shining.
Hold on. Read that again. Read that one more time.
You want the whole thing over again?
The whole
I get more time with the mic? Oh my God. He's showing off for y'all. I'm telling you, he's showing off. So once again, the title is No Judgment. Who do people see? We all know the cliche, never judge a book by its cover. Yet only time will tell if you are showing your true self or your representative. You know, the one you sent out to give a good impression. Every day we visit many rooms and talk to many people. Our stories are being told by our actions until our conversations may or may not draw a different conclusion. No matter the variety of ways that we are seen, heard, or even judged, always remain who you are, no matter where you are. Be true to yourself, because you are the best option. Keep shining. Look, y'all. Look. He went the mic back already.
Well,
Hold on, there you go.
I know that's your favorite tour.
thank you, sir. So, how do y'all feel about that? Does anybody have an opinion on what he said? Anybody? No, y'all don't want to share your opinion? You say, I'm looking right at you because I've been waiting. You look like you could talk. No, I'm talking to you. Come on up here. Can you come up here and give your opinion on what you heard, please?
Are you giving her the mic?
Come on. I'm gonna give her. I'm gonna have her stand right here so she can be on camera too. No camera? Okay,
He coming to you.
I'm gonna come to you. I'm gonna come to you. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna come. Now you're not on camera.
Yes, she is. She's on mine.
Here we go.
I agree totally with that. We are many shades, and depending on where we're at, it depends on the shade that comes out. And sometimes it can be white, sometimes it can be red, sometimes it can be blue, and sometimes it can be black.
She's good. She's good. She is so good. And let me tell you, and it's my favorite color. She just won a IYBO t-shirt dedicated by Philly Star himself. You get this. That was so insightful, and I appreciate you for having the courage to give us some of your voice. Here you go, man. You are the best option after me. Notice I put after me. Y'all see that? After me. All right, Mr. Richardson, would you like to give your opinion on what you heard just now? the spotlight? You don't have to, because you got a lot of talking to do. So you can hold off on that, because we're gonna use your voice tonight a lot.
Yeah, I just saw something here. March is Women in History Month. We're celebrating women whose inventions, ideas, and heroism have changed the course of history. We salute you, Day.
All right.
I was happy and surprised to learn that the surgeon who did open heart surgery on a very close friend of mine is a black female. She did the open heart surgery on a very close friend of mine at Lankenau Hospital. And women represented everything. On each seat, I have a sheet about parts of the automobile that were invented by women. Now, in the top, well, the second thing from the top was invented by Meredith Gordine. She invented the exhaust purification system for automobiles. Now, one idiot who calls himself president said that nothing worthwhile in Black history. Well, at the bottom of this sheet, near the bottom, there's two sentences. It says, Toyota recognizes that African American automotive inventors have always been a big part of our success. That's why we sponsored the Los Angeles Urban League Automotive Training Center, because our past is the blueprint for our future. So the Toyota Car Company recognizes all the things that people of color did, but for some reason or other, American automobile companies weren't able to do it. But thank heavens we have intelligent people all around the world that recognize the importance of what people of color have done. Not bragging, but if you look into most areas of activity, you will find that people of color, once they get in, which is why they don't want you to get in, because once you get in, they work their way up to the top. That's why they don't want you to get in, because they know you're going to wind up shaking things up. And the Toyota Car Company is mentioning this. That's why I was very anxious to get this around to, and there's one on every person's seat. You have one of these. Now also,
Hey, Dave, real quick. He was reading that better than you with no glasses on. At the bottom.
Time out.
Did y'all peep that? He was reading. You see this fine print?
For the record, these glasses is because I look good in glasses.
He was
have
reading
these
that
on.
well with no glasses. Okay, go ahead.
Wow, that is amazing, actually.
Yeah.
So tonight we are talking about a dedicated, determined group of young African American men who volunteered to be the first Black military airmen. Serving with honor and distinction during World War II, they proved their capabilities and paved the way for the desegregation of the U.S. military in 1948. These are the Tuskegee Airmen. Tonight we are honored to be blessed with the presence of LT Eugene J. Richardson Jr. of the Greater Philadelphia chapter of Tuskegee Airmen. Now the mic is yours. I would like you to just tell your story. And then we're going to ask some questions.
okay, well, my story starts off with unmistakably people of color. I became interested in flying when my father and another man, I think the other man was my uncle, we go out to this field in Mansfield, Ohio, and I get out there, and there's these things up in the sky, buzzing and turning and climbing and diving and making a lot of noise and carrying on. Then after a while, those things came in and they landed. And people got out of them. And man, that's the thing that really got me. I said, wow, if people can do that, I want to be one, and I want to be one who's able to go up and do that. So from the age of about maybe 5, I was interested in flying an airplane. And fortunately, my dream came true, and I was able to be a member of the Tuskegee Airmen, who incidentally changed this country for the better. Now,
Yes.
on this one sheet, they talk about desegregation of the military in 1948. Well, that happened because President Truman, a Southerner, realized how well men of color were doing during the war, and especially men who were up in the air doing that thing with complicated craft. And President Truman, as it says here, in 1948, issued an executive order, I think it was 6691, which said there'll be no more racial discrimination in the armed services. Now, prior to that, our military was rigidly segregated. But in 1948, President Harry Truman issued an executive order, and since then, the military has been integrated, and people of color can now ascend to any level that they aspire for. Not a matter of you can only go in this color unit or that color unit. Now you can be in any color unit so long as you have the capability of carrying out the duties. One of our guys became a 4-star general, Daniel Shappy James. He became a 4-star general in the Air Force, for quite some time ago. And just recently, just within the past maybe month or so, our so-called guy to be president, he removed the guy who was chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Brown, yeah. He was removed by President would be President Trump.
Yes.
Now, once the military was desegregated, that desegregation ball.
Hold on. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. That was juicy. Definitely just juicy. We're making sure the mic is just great for Lieutenant Eugene Richardson. So stay tuned with us. He is continuing to give us so much knowledge about what took place in this time. It's crazy. It's crazy how it's going.
Testing 1, 2. We're back. While we're on the subject of these that I had, how were you able to keep the determination? How was you able to continue the want to fly and fight next to and protect these bombers that had to go do their job? alongside someone that didn't want you there?
Well, they didn't want us. As a matter of fact, we had to sue the Army to get a chance to be pilots in the Army Air Corps. Back in those days, the Air Corps was a part of the Army. It became a separate branch, September, I'm not sure what year, but it was part of the Army back in those days. So we were in the Army Air Corps. And Daniel James was one of the first 4-star generals, black 4-star generals in the Army Air Corps. Now since then, many opportunities, since that desegregation ball started rolling around the country and smashing pins of unawarded chances of opportunity, so many things have happened. The very first female who obtained the rank of 4-star admiral was a black female named Michelle Howard. Those of you might have your computer phones in your hands with you. Many times people have computer phones, and while I'm talking, they're checking.
The facts.
They're checking the facts.
They fact check.
And they find out that, hey, facts are facts, and you can't change them. But Michelle Howard became the first 4-star admiral. This is a woman of color. And one of the reasons they did not want blacks to be officers is because they did not want men of color giving orders to the white guys. But they found out, look, man, if a guy knows what he's doing and he's able to do a great job, you got to be darn happy to have him giving the orders. And unfortunately, that's not always appreciated. As we just said, was it Brown? That was just removed from a higher office because the would-be president said he wasn't qualified. The would-be president said he wasn't qualified. And that guy had been flying jets and stuff for years and years. But this is a result of desegregation, and the desegregation occurred because men of color were doing this fantastic job in the military and also in flying aircraft. It was mentioned before that one of our major jobs was protecting bombers. Now, they originally did not want men of color to be pilots. But they found out that these guys were doing a fantastic job. When the Allies invaded Italy through the port of Anzio, our guys in a week's time shot down 18 enemy aircraft. And with that, they realized that hey, these guys are all right. So then they started asking these guys that they didn't want, now they want them to protect the white boys and the bombers. Each bomber, B-24 and B-17, carried a crew of 10. And when a bomber went down, the 10 guys that you mess up the health record, doing that kind of stuff. Well, our guys had the lowest number of bomber losses of any of the squadrons that were escorting bombers. We had the lowest number. We saved a whole lot of white boys' lives just by being there to keep the Germans up. Now the tails on our guys' airplanes were painted red. General Twining that ordered or suggested that they have red on the tails. So the red tails, maybe you saw a movie, The Red Tails.
Yes.
If not, you can go on YouTube and you can see red tails. Normally when they make a movie, somebody gets an idea for a movie and they assign people to write a script for that movie. Well, for the movie Red Tails, they did not have anyone write a script. They simply took our combat record and used that as a basis for the movie Red Tails. And all the stuff that you see in the movie Red Tails, it's all true stuff. Even the guy sank a destroyer. When they get back to the base, and when you get back to the base, the intelligence guy will debrief the pilots and the crew as to what they saw, what they did, and so forth. Well, when they said we sank a destroyer, I said, come on, you guys, are you stretching it? You're flying a fighter plane, and you're gonna tell me you sank a destroyer? Well, it just so happens, our guys at that time were escorting bombers. Now, our guys flew 4 different airplanes, P-39s, P-40s, P-47s, and P-51s. Well, they're flying the P-47 before they got P-51s. Well, the P-47 was referred to as the Jug. It's a fantastically strong, powerful airplane, and it carried 8 guns, 4 guns in each wing, 4 50 caliber guns in each wing. Now, our guys were flying P-47s when they came back. They're flying P-47s when they were on this particular escort mission, and on the way back home from somewhere like Yugoslavia or something, they came over the port of Eritrea, which is the extreme northern part of Italy. And they, in the port of, once they get out to the port of Eritrea, they see their ship sitting out there. So, you know, boys will be boys. So you got this P-47, you got these 8 guns, and they start making firing passes on the ship. Now this happened to have been an Italian, the Italian ship carrying torpedoes for submarines. And the guys, 50 calibers, set off some of those torpedoes, and that's what caused the giant great explosion that was able to sink that ship. And also on every fighter plane, there's a camera, a gun camera. When you fire your guns, the camera will take a picture of whatever was out there. And they say, well, hey, check our cameras. And they check the camera, sure enough, there it was. One of the guys came back later and this ship was, showed the explosion, and this ship was sinking. So that's in the movie Red Tails. And some people would figure that can't be true, but that is true. That's something part of the fantastic record that our guys set while they were in combat, which is one of the reasons why President Truman issued that order: no more segregation. You're wasting manpower segregating. When you got these people out here, they can do these fantastic things, and you're segregating them out of action, and so we'll have no more discrimination. And that was on, well, this wasn't mine, but this gentleman here had it. And it talks about military in 1948. Yes, that's what it was. President Harry Truman was the person who did it. You got it.
Oh, you ain't want to give it back today, huh? Thank you. See, he knows. Quick question, Lieutenant. While enlisted, how many different countries did you have the opportunity to visit?
Well, there's a country called South United States, and that included Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Kentucky. Well, I visited that country. That country was all those different, all those different states. Gunnery, we did all of our training with. People ask, why are you guys called Tuskegee Airmen? Well, it just happens that Tuskegee was the only place in this country where men of color could go to fly airplane and get pilot training. So we took the name Tuskegee Airmen. It's the only place in the entire country where 992 men, 992 men received their flying instructions. Plus, we had one guy that did helicopter instructions there, Aaron Watkins. And that's the many countries that I visited there. They were all included in the United States.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't mention Mississippi. Oh, you can't leave out Mississippi.
Can't leave out
That was
Mississippi.
one of the major countries. One of the major countries in the United States. And our initial training was at Kingsford Field, which is outside of Biloxi, Mississippi. So once you've been there, you know you've been in a foreign country.
Go ahead, John.
Out of curiosity, out of all the planes that you flew, what was your favorite plane? And not because it was the strongest, but one that you just enjoyed to fly.
The P-40. The P-40 was a very nimble airplane, and highly maneuverable. So I just started flying the P-40. Now the 47 was a powerful thing, but it wasn't as nimble and maneuverable as the P-40.
All right, now this is a little bit off topic, real quick, y'all. A little bit off topic.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
He's
So,
not.
have you ever cheated and used your rank and ability to fly to woo a woman? Like, hey, I'm in the Air Force, baby. I'm flying my plane.
Here we go.
Now, tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Well, the truth is that didn't happen because the fighter planes have just one seat. And, unless you got somebody sitting on your lap, man, you're not going to be flying anybody else. But no, never wanted to because you don't want anybody interfering with the controls and the instruments and things. So you don't invite that trouble. There's enough trouble with that on the ground. You don't want to invite that trouble in the air.
I think they were saying when you landed. I think he was trying to ask when you landed.
Oh, after you landed.
I think he was trying to ask when you landed, when you was in the bars and off base, and you put your jacket on that little brown leather. You know, did you come up on a young lady and say, hey, listen, you know, when you look up in the sky, that's me up there. You want to see some stars? That's me, baby. Did you use that to tell me that's what they always trying to get somebody in trouble, but guess what? You're old head, so you can't get in trouble for answering. So what you think?
Well, you know, we were trained in Tuskegee, and we had a lot of our time was spent on the actual campus at Tuskegee. We boarded in Sage Hall, which is one of the halls on Tuskegee Institute's campus. And then we also lived in the Emeries. There were 4 buildings referred to as Emeries. An English lady contributed money to Tuskegee. Her name was Emery. So they built 4 dormitories. And then we referred to them as the Emeries. And that was right on Tuskegee's campus. And of course, there was a lot of lovely young ladies going to Tuskegee. So we appreciated leaving Biloxi, Mississippi, and going to Tuskegee because much more pleasant atmosphere.
Did you tell about Lena Horne that was there at Tuskegee?
Oh yeah, we had
Lena Horne?
Yeah, she came to Tuskegee.
Fine old head Lena Horne?
Well, she wasn't old head back then.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Old head back then.
Yes, sir. And one of the guys next to me, a table next to me crossed over like so. She ate peas out of his plate. And that guy really flipped his lid. 8 peas out of his plate with his food. Leader Lord.
Awesome, awesome. All right, now we're going to get back.
Hey, you gotta get that the first lady, the first female, well, the first black female, Bessie Coleman. Bessie Coleman. Oh, she was from Waxahachie, Texas, and she moved to Chicago for better work opportunities, and she was a manicurist. And she would tell her customers about her desire to want to fly. And she would say, why don't you do what, the first person actually to become a combat pilot was, come on, man. Eugene Bullard, yeah. He went to France and flew with the French Air Service. And he became the first fighter pilot of color. He lived in Columbus, Georgia. But yet he was able to get to France through a lot of, that's a great story in itself. Just him getting to France and how things that he did after he came out of service. But Bessie Coleman was to follow Bullard's example and go to France and learn to fly, which she did. And Bessie Coleman came back to this country with the notion of raising money, enough money to buy airplanes so she could have a flying school for people of color. But unfortunately, she met with an accident and weren't able to carry through with that. But Bessie Coleman, I have a plaque of about 50 stamps, and the stamp in the center is a Bessie Coleman, plus there are other people of color all around. But Bessie Coleman was the person right in the center of that display of postage stamps.
Okay, that's awesome. You know he wanted.
I know he wants to.
Hey. So I want to switch gears back to, we had a little entertainment just now. So I have a serious question for you. Now we know everything that's being told in the movies. We know everything that's being told in the history books and books itself. Can you give us a few of the trials and tribulations that you personally had to overcome in your journey up until now?
I consider myself very fortunate. I hear guys talk about all kinds of troubles that they had, but I was extremely fortunate in that things were fairly smooth for me. My instructors were, well, in a primary school, you have instructors that are hired by the Tuskegee University, and they're black instructors. As a matter of fact, one of them just recently died. He was 105. Roscoe Draper. He was 105 when he passed away. He was one of our fighting instructors. But Tuskegee had hired 42 instructors of color. Chappie James was one of the flight instructors. He went to Tuskegee on a football scholarship. And while he was there, he learned about the flying program. So Chappie James got into the flying program, and he became a pilot in sometime in 1943. But he also became the commander of NORAD, the North American Air Defense System. All the air defense systems from the equator all the way up to the North Pole, including the Canadian system. Daniel Chappie James was the commander of all that. He was also commander of one of the communications units. 4-star general, had it on the ball, and a lot of people didn't want to recognize him, but unfortunately, some things you can't ignore.
That's right.
And Daniel Chappie James was one of them.
Awesome.
Okay, everyone, right now, we are gonna open up the floor for anyone that might wanna ask a question. Anybody that might wanna, you wanna come up here, or are you nervous like she was nervous?
I'm nervous, but I could speak from here. I think they can hear me.
Nah, we gonna use microphone so everybody can hear you. I believe you can project. I believe that you can. Here you go, my friend. Tell me your name and ask your question.
My name is Will Morrison. I have two quick questions. First of all, Mr. Richardson, how old are you?
Hey, listen, I'm extremely proud of my age. I'm 99, and on September 18, I'll be 100. And I'm very proud of my age.
And my second question is, you were in Alabama, right?
Yes.
When the POW Germans were captured, and how were they treated and how were you treated? The black soldiers and the German POWs down in Alabama.
Well, at one point we were stationed in South Carolina. We were stationed in Walterboro, South Carolina. And there were a lot of German prisoners on the base at Walterboro. Now, this racism stuff, they weren't concerned about whether the guy was an American citizen or not. But the Germans were able to go into the PX, just walk in and get their service and going out. Well, we had to go through a special door. We had to go through the colored door. That colored door, I don't recall what color it was, but we had to go through the colored door in order to get our service. But the German prisoners, they could just walk in and out of any door anytime they wished. And also in town, the German prisoners could go to stores in town, the town of Walterboro. But we were not brave enough, we're not stupid enough to try to go into the stores in Walterboro, South Carolina.
Thank you.
So, sir, the first question of the night, you have won a t-shirt which happens to be a 2X. Unbelievable.
2X. Right
in time. YBO has given us another shirt. I'm your best option, and this is for you, sir. Let's get it. Thank you, YBO. We appreciate you, baby.
Young lady back there.
Oh, we have another question.
You got another question? I got a
Hey, I'm sorry, y'all had to take my shoes off. They were squeaking.
I got a Zoom.
You know what I'm saying? I got a little shorter, if y'all ain't noticed. Now I'm only 6'5".
I would like for you to tell us about your training experience, because I understand you started when you were 19. Could you just tell us about the training that you went through?
Awesome question. Awesome. The training that you personally went through to become an airman.
Well, I was 18 or 19 when I started, but actually got into the Corps. And there are 4 phases. Pre-flight, primary, basic, and advanced. Each one of those is about 10 weeks. And you're very much concerned about your performance because at any time during any one of those phases, you could become one of the 60% of the guys that got washed out. So every day, you're on your P's and Q's, make sure you did everything right and learned as much as you possibly could. There's something I need to mention. We talk about all the discrimination and racism that occurs. But the guy that I think influenced me the most to get into the Air Corps, become a pilot, was a white policeman. And here in Philadelphia, way back in the early 40s, I had a job working with a guy who had music machine jukeboxes all around the city. And they would go around collecting money from the jukeboxes and also servicing the jukeboxes. Well, I went with a guy, white guy, and I would service the machines. I would clean the machines, oil them, change the record, get rid of the scratch records, put in new, fresh, new records. And for some reason or other, I don't recall why, a policeman stopped us on Broad Street. And at that time, when you were 18, you had to register for the draft. Now, I was 17, and when the policeman said, your license and insurance and draft card and all that stuff, I said, officer, I'm only 17, I don't have a draft card. But when I go into service, I want to be a pilot. Now, this fine officer saw the black kid, and he didn't, in his mind, see some low-level, ignorant human being. In his mind, he's a fair-minded guy. He said, look, they're trying to recruit pilots. You go to the customs house in 2nd and Chestnut. We're at 2nd and Chestnut. You take an exam. If you pass that exam, they will not draft you. They'll hold you off and let you go into the flight training program. Well, things worked out for me. I took the exam and passed it, and then went to, the government had control of most of those hotels on the boardwalk in Atlantic City. I went to one of those hotels where we had a physical examination, passed the physical, and the guy, I recall on my form, across the top it said colored. Actually, this is a federal form. All your vital stuff. And it said colored. And the guy said, you want to be a pilot? I said, yes. He said, well, good luck to you. And he hands me a copy of the paper that said colored across the top. And fortunately, things worked out for me. But that policeman didn't have to give me that information, but he did. And I figure he had a great deal to do with my entering the Air Corps as a cadet and becoming a pilot.
That's awesome. That is amazing. Question?
There's just one part here, because I traveled with Dr. Richardson. Could you tell about the hazing when you were sitting at dinner and you wanted to be excused and get up? What you had to say?
Oh, well, that was only one.
They had hazing?
Oh, part of
Like fraternity?
like fraternity hazing, man. All kinds of hazing. Well, one of the parts of the hazing was to learn what they call dodo verses. And whenever you were asked a question, you had to answer it by giving one of these verses or by repeating information from one of these verses. Now, when you're at lunch, at the time lunch, and you're finished eating, you
Justin.
you said, may I be excused, sir, to the upperclassmen at the table. And he said, mister, have you had enough to eat? Sir, my gastronomic society admonishes me that I've reached a state of deglutition which is highly consistent with every dietetic integrity, sir. Okay, dummy, take off. The underclassman was always a dummy. No matter where you're a dummy. Okay, dummy, take off. But that's how you had to answer the question, by being able to recite one of those verses. There were a number of those verses that we had to. What time is it, mister? Oh boy. Sir, I'm deeply embarrassed. But due to unforeseen circumstances over which I have no control, The inner working hidden mechanism of our poor chronometer are in such a state of discord with the great sidereal movement, of which our time is commonly reckoned, I cannot with any degree of accuracy state the correct time. However, sir, without fear of being too far off, I shall say it is now 55 minutes, no, 4 hours, 55 minutes past the hour of 12. And
So you had to say all of that before you answered the question?
that was your answer to the question.
Wow.
What's amazing is he still
Remember
knows the
the
rhetoric.
like off the top of his head, he still remembers the rhetoric. Yo, he still remembers the rhetoric.
99.
He's 99
Testing,
years
testing.
old.
And all the words are in the dictionary that you said.
And what the,
My name is David Hope. My question to you is, how did your parents respond when you told them that you were enlisting?
Well,
that's a good one.
thank God for mothers. My mother was very much in touch with my feelings about things. Now, my father didn't want me to be a Boy Scout. Because he felt the Boy Scouts were being, getting readied up to be soldiers. And my father grew up at a time of World War I, and he knew about all the hardships and things the guys in World War I went through. So my father did not want me to become a Boy Scout because he thought they were prepping me to become a soldier. But my mother knew how I felt, how strongly I felt about things. So she would sign for me to be a Boy Scout and for me to, go into service.
Awesome. Right now, guess what?
We got a
It's
question.
time.
We got another question.
All right, you gotta wait. Say no, I'm joking. Just for the record, I want y'all to know that it's her fault that we gotta have a little time out before this giveaway, because I was about to give away Pretty Boy Day. But we gotta wait because she got a question. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Say no, here you go.
So, Mr. Lieutenant Richardson, I would like to know, when you was flying, who was your wingman? Oh, so you didn't have a wingman?
Well, at different times,
That was different.
in combat, you may have been assigned, there may have been a specific person as a wingman. But in training, the whole class of guys, there were 23 single engine guys, and any one of them could have been my wingman. Now, I recall specifically, I was assigned to go with a guy, and we were to pretend that we were in combat, and we were to pretend that you were dog fighting. So, Spencer Robinson, who became the head of Douglas Aircraft's Aerospace Division. He was I hadn't finished high school when I went in, but this guy had time at Cornell, an engineering school at Cornell, and he became the head of Douglas Aircraft's Aerospace Division.
Go get a big footnote.
All right, y'all. If there is anyone here that can tell me who Chappie James is, right? Y'all are going to have a real treat by Not Just Desserts. And the reason why they call her Not Just Desserts, because she's not just desserts. The name itself speaks for itself. You are going to enjoy a Pretty Boy Day pudding, which is a banana pudding made like, it's a one-of-a-kind banana pudding. And when I tell you it's one-of-a-kind pudding, baby, it's one-of-a-kind. Oh my God, I'm so excited about this pudding. I'm trying to tell you, there is no pudding like this pudding because I personally came up with the recipe, and NJD took her hands and created my vision. And not only do you get the Pretty Boy Day pudding, you also get NJD's signature chocolate chip peanut butter cookie, or is it peanut butter chocolate chip? What comes first, the peanut butter or chocolate chip? We'll talk about that later. I don't know. But if anybody know who Chappie Jane is, y'all will get this right here, right now.
We have.
Anybody but you. So, I'm joking.
You see her face?
Hold on. Say your name and answer the question.
My name is Quanda Graves. He was a fighter pilot.
Is that answer acceptable?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Here you go, ma'am. You win the Pretty Boy Day put in an NJD's. Yes. Oh, go back and take a picture? Oh, hold that up. We gonna take a picture. Oh, let me see your eyes. Pretty very nice. You know. One more. All right, we still got some more giveaways for you. Testing 1, 2. We still got more giveaways, so stay tuned. There will be a chance for you.
Chappie James almost did not become a pilot. Chappie James was a very big guy, a huge guy. And it was difficult for him to get into the cockpit. Airplanes like the P-39 and the P-40. Unfortunately, the P-47 was large enough for him to get in. But he was a huge guy. I told you he got to Tuskegee on a football scholarship. Because of, I guess it was because of his size, his athletic ability and so forth.
That's so awesome. We have another question. Hold on.
I didn't even know that they had football team.
Well, Tuskegee Institute had a football team.
Hey, Dr. Richardson, can you tell about the War College report of 1925 that set the stage for everything?
How about you tell them? You know what it is. Come on.
This is your show.
Come on up here. You know what it said.
Come on,
My recall may not be.
don't be shy.
He got his homie coming out.
Well, the War College report of 1925 really set the stage for everything because the War College is located right here in Pennsylvania. And this is Carlisle. Thank you. In Carlisle, Pennsylvania. That's where they trained their military officers. And so the report in 1925 said that blacks was cowards. They could not do anything. There was no way they could operate a complicated machine like an airplane. And so I'm gonna ask Dr. Richardson for help right here. Can you tell the other part? He's good at this.
Well, we talked about our low skill, and even one part of it, we talked about low on the scale of human evolution. Can you imagine that? Anybody having the mentality to even say anything like that? But at any rate, they could not become officers. They did not have the skill or the social competence to be officers, and should not be officers over men over white guys.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So that was in Carlisle Barracks, Carlisle, Pennsylvania. That's
That's by Harrisburg.
By Harrisburg, correct?
That's by Harrisburg.
That's near Harrisburg. There was a war college there, and that was the report that came out of that war college. Now that report was being used to guide the utilization of men of color throughout the military, which is why we had very, very little recognition and very little opportunity until President Truman issued his executive order.
And that was the report that they really used to keep blacks out of aviation. And it was fed to the officers who was in charge of all the blacks, that official report. And it was a written report. And you can find it in the Library of Congress and also in the history archives too.
All right, before you leave, can you tell us a little bit about this book?
Well, in the Philadelphia, Greater Philadelphia chapter of Tuskegee Airmen, there's 2 books that we have that talk about Tuskegee Airmen. This book here is called Tuskegee in Philadelphia. It was written by a Robert Kodosky, a history professor at Westchester. And he talked about all the Tuskegee Airmen in the Philadelphia area. Dr. Richardson is in this book, also along with Amma Bailey, who's a cadet nurse in this book. Nate Thomas, who just passed away, member of Delaware State, Omega Psi Phi. And it also tells about the part that's unknown. And when I said the part that's unknown, there was 992 pilots who received their wings. So when they got ready to talk about naming the organization and who should be included, they started off by saying, well, who are the Tuskegee Airmen? And we said they're DOTA, D-O-T-A, Documented Original Tuskegee Airmen. So someone said, well, the first 5 that finished flight school should be. Then someone said, well, what about the 450 that went to combat? They said, oh, you know, we got to include them. And someone said, well, what about the 992 that got their wings? They said, you know, well, we got to include them too. Then someone said, well, what about the mechanic that took care of the airplane? What about the cooks? What about the payroll clerk? They said, you know what? Anybody that supported the Tuskegee Airmen are considered documented original Tuskegee Airmen. So we have 15,000 original Tuskegee Airmen, which include the people that pack their parachutes, the cooks, the payroll clerk. All of them are included. Anyone who supported the Tuskegee Airmen, I consider Tuskegee Airmen. And let me just tell you this, there are some white people who are Tuskegee Airmen. Believe it or not. They are the pilots who trained the Tuskegee Airmen because they supported them. When they first started off, it was all black instructors. All black instructors. That's primary. And then they went to the advanced stage where the military people trained. And they were the white instructors. So they are considered Tuskegee Airmen also. And so this book right here talks really about the Tuskegee Airmen in Philadelphia, including the maintenance people, the cooks, and everybody else that supported them. And we have one other. Say again? Okay. And there's one other book, which is called The 600 MOL, more or less, Black Helicopter Pilots of Vietnam, 2nd edition, Tuskegee Glory, written by Dr. Joe Pond. Now these books are on our website, I'm gonna just tell you. In this particular book, I have a chapter, 2 pictures in the book, and what the author did, he connected the World War II pilots. The Tuskegee Airmen was the first to fly helicopters in Vietnam. Most people don't even know that.
No.
And one of the original Tuskegee Airmen, World War II guys who flew, he was the first aviation battalion commander of a helicopter unit in Vietnam. So the 2 books we have are on our website. You have your sheet there telling about the Tuskegee Day. It's phillyredtails.org. And you can go out there and order the book. Or, I'm gonna just go out on the limb here. Since Dr. Richardson is here, and I'm here quite a bit, if anyone is interested, they put the name on the list, and I can get you the books along with a signed autograph of Dr. Richardson, myself, and the author of the book. Okay? Now, we sell the book, and this helps support our scholarship fund. The books are $30. Last year, we gave away $15,000 in scholarship to high school students and college students. So if you have anyone, you know, that's high school, college, go to our website, apply for the scholarship. And you may be surprised. And every year we have a scholarship event. And this year is the first Sunday in May at Springfield Country Club. I will give a scholarship, which is on the website. So I'm gonna get a piece of paper and have it up here.
To do that for you.
Say again?
Vicky went to do that for you.
Okay, if someone sign that, I can bring the books in and make them available, and you'll get a signed copy. And we do have the square, a check, or cash. And all the money goes towards our scholarship. Not only that, we take kids flying free in the summertime, from 7 to 18 years old. If you have grandkids or someone you know that want to go flying, hey, go to our website or let Dr. Richardson know. I'm going to say it that way, and he will give the names. And we have an aviation camp that we expose kids to. At the same time, we sent a kid to to NASA and paid for her way from Philadelphia, the space camp. So our organization, we do quite a few things there with the presentations, the books that we sell, and the events that we sell. And go on our website, you'll see bio, and if anyone wants to learn the history of Tuskegee Airmen, we have a timeline with the history starting at 1800 all the way to the current time, all the way including, I know I'm saying a lot here, the Pennsylvania history, also, the first black to ever receive a license in the USA was from Pennsylvania.
Okay.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you. All right, you're number 2, she's number 1. We have more questions. State your name, ma'am, and your question. Excuse me, beautiful. Excuse me.
My name is D. Terry Tillman. I have a very quick question. And my question is, have you had a chance, and I'm sure you have, to visit historically black churches, predominantly black churches, and schools, and recruit students for the air force? And if so, how many actually responded? Or do you have an idea?
I can answer.
You can? Okay.
If it's okay. We visit high school. I've been with Dr. Richardson along with our speaking bureau. We've been to high school, VAs, groups like you here. We go all the time. We just did an event at Selman Baptist Church where we showed the movie Red Tails. And we had some of the original Tuskegee Airmen to talk there. So we probably speaking at least 3 and 4 times a month, believe it or not, at different organizations. You can go to our website and there's a form there. You just fill it out if you're interested in us coming to speak to your particular group or church. We go to churches all the time.
You know, Delaware State University is a school where we have a student is selected, and he receives $3,500 primarily to help him get his hours in so he can graduate and become someone functioning at an airport. But Delaware State was one of the original colleges for Tuskegee Airmen. Back in the 30s, our government had free flying lessons for students. Anyone in college that wanted to take lessons could get free flying lessons. But they originally did not have any colleges for people of color. So once again, you got to go to court and a lot of agitation and so forth. So they finally selected 6 colleges to have these flying programs. And Delaware State was one of the first colleges to have a flying program. Delaware State today, I think, has 10 airplanes. So if you know a student who wants to go and is interested in aviation, have them go to Delaware State because they have all the equipment, even at the airplanes for students to, in order to fly.
They have one of the best aviation programs in the country. They'll fleet an airplane and helicopter training, and you get every certificate that you get to be a commercial pilot at the end, except the hours. Delaware State, and they give scholarships there also. And the airlines will pay your way to go there. The Army will pay your way to go there. Full scholarship.
United Airlines is hooked up real close to Delaware State. There's a shortage of commercial pilots. And so United Airlines hooked up closely with Delaware State so they can take off the graduates as they finish the program. I don't understand why there's such a shortage of pilots, because that was my dream from the time I was a little kid, to become a pilot. And I'm very fortunate and proud that my son is an airline pilot. Well, he was until he reached the age of 65. Age 65, they kick you out of the cockpit. So my son now works for FAA, but for a number of years, he worked for American Airlines. I had the opportunity to be on the plane that he captained, going from the United States over to Paris. My little boy grew up and flew me across the ocean. Real proud of that.
That is awesome. We have another question.
And there's quite a few females in the program at Delaware State. I'm just saying that for the females.
Good evening. My name is Cheryl White, and I have a comment and a question. And the comment is in reference to your commentary, Mr. Watkins, with respect to the Philadelphia chapter. I just want to encourage everyone here. I had the privilege of attending their annual program this past year, and it was one of the most eloquently
And follow me and take my seat. And I need you to repeat all of that from the beginning. It's going to be all right. You ready? All right. Now we have one question here.
I just wanted to encourage everyone here. The program that he's referring to was so brilliantly, professionally, and absolutely eloquently done. It was just, I was so impressed. And, you know, to that extent, if you came for the information about Dr. Richardson, and you had any respect and appreciation for the Tuskegee Airmen, this is a program you don't want to miss. So that was my comment. I wanted to share that. Also, our own Dr. Richardson was there. He was quite a celebrity there as well. And so my question is, having had that desire as a young boy growing up in a segregated country and making your way into the service and becoming a pilot, and then knowing that you had friends who had risked their lives, and some of them lost their lives, and you came back to a country that still did not respect or appreciate your sacrifice. I recognize that your title in the military was lieutenant, but that your other title is doctor. How did that experience influence the trajectory of your life after you came out of the service?
I'm very fortunate. I finished the flying program at Tuskegee, and the washout rate was something like 63%. But I was one of the few that got through. And once I did that, now I had not finished high school when I went into service. but I was still able to go and keep up with the guys, some of the guys even at time in college. The one fellow I think I told you about, Spencer Robinson, he had a lot of time in Cornell's engineering school. And he became the head of Douglas Aircraft's Aerospace Division. But my completing flight school gave me the courage and the appreciation of myself to realize that I could do anything I set out to do. Just as my son would say, all you have to do now is show up and do the work. Because all that other crap is behind us. Yeah, show up and do the work, and you can be a success.
And Dr. Richardson is a graduate of Temple University, and his PhD
And Penn State for doctorate.
And he was a superintendent in the high school and the elementary school.
Principal of a middle school. Principal of a middle school.
Go ahead, Dan.
So that was excellently put. I could not have said it better myself. In this situation, you are the best option. That was beautiful. It really was. You need your own podcast. I'm just saying. But for giving such a good comment and question, you have won a book, a word composition book by Tania Delina. So everybody can see. By Tania Delina. It is a word composition book. Y'all see that? Yes, you do. Y'all see that? Everybody see this? This book is available for purchase on Amazon if y'all would like to purchase the book. And I'm actually going to let Tania Delina tell a little bit about the book. Surprise, surprise, surprise. She wasn't ready for this. She wasn't ready for this. Here you go. Talk about your book. Planning for the Afterlife.
So the book title is called Planning for the Afterlife, and it is basically the easiest blueprint for those who are trying to start their family legacy, protect your estate, and learn how to go about it. If you're in the beginner process of it, or if you're in the middle, if you just need a little bit of help or guidance on how to put it together, the right places to go and how it's done, to make sure when the time comes, your family is protected and know what your wishes are. So that is what the workbook is about. It walks you through the steps, and inside of there is also the worksheets that you have to do the work and fill out.
Wonderful.
Awesome. Now you may leave. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. All right, so it's time for another giveaway. What do we have? I don't know. Who was the first person here? White glasses. Is your glasses white? No. White glasses. Someone with white glasses. What color is your glasses? They're not white. Can somebody help me find the person with white glasses? Because I can't seem to find her. Where is white glasses?
Right beside you.
Oh my goodness, they got a lady with white glasses. So this is a gift card, and this is from Not Just Desserts and Day2Day for you, for being the first person here tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome, you're welcome. All right, back to the show. Back to the show. Back to the show. I'm not gonna fall. I got this, baby. I got this. 10 minutes. We have 10 minutes left. And I have another book and a dessert. So this is what we're going to do. I am going to whisper a number to the lieutenant here. And the person that gets the closest to this number gets, which one we gonna do? We'll let you pick which one you want. We have a book, composition book, Planning for the Afterlife by Tania Delina. And we also have, oh no, I might not let y'all get this joint right here. Can I take the cookie out? I can't take the cookie out? Dang it. We got Pretty Boy Day Pudding. Yes, sir. Pretty Boy Day Pudding and the signature NJD peanut butter chocolate chip or chocolate chip peanut butter, whichever one makes you happy. Peanut butter chocolate chip cookie. All right.
Dr. Richardson is well. Dr. Richardson.
Okay, listen.
I just do 10.
So listen. Shh. Okay, go here. All right, so who would like to volunteer to go? I'm gonna go over in the whole room. You ready? Set, number.
99.
Number.
4.
Number.
124.
Number.
105.
Number.
3.
Number.
10.
48.
Yes. I got you.
What'd he say?
28.
All right.
43. Alrighty. Number 23. Alright, we don't even need to go no further. She hit the number on the nose. Nobody can get closer than the number. Yes. I'm sorry, everyone. She hit the number on the nose. That was actually amazing.
Sadri said 34, and Mr. I can't believe he said 13.
Oh, hey, somebody got us. They hit the number on the nose.
Y'all were close.
Come on, man. What would you like to have? Would you like the book or would you like the Pretty Boy Day Pudding? It is yours.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, we got one final gift. One final gift. What shall we do? What shall we do for the final gift?
I don't know. I'm trying to think something good.
We need something good.
We need to see if people are really paying attention.
Who was paying attention? Raise your hand.
That's it.
All right, we gonna see. I'm gonna see. Y'all paying attention, right?
Because I know Heather was writing some stuff down.
What was the name of the first black female to ever receive a 4-star admiral commendation? Her hand went up first. Let's see if she's correct.
Michelle Howard.
Woo! Michelle Howard! You go, girl. Pretty Boy Day Pudding. I'm just saying. Pretty Boy Day Pudding. I'm just saying. All right, you won Pretty Boy Day Pudding and the signature NJD peanut butter chocolate chip cookie. Can I get a piece of cookie? I can get a piece of cookie. Oh, she said I get a piece of cookie. All right, I can't handle sugar. I'm sorry, Bob. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm gonna sit next to you and take a picture. You ready? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, we have a question. I'm sorry. Oh, by all means.
Dr. Richardson, several years ago, in fact it was 3 years ago, there was a play for the Black Angels over Tuskegee, and they honored you. How did it feel to hear the bombs and the men, the actors in the barracks at that time? There was a play in Delaware. Black Angels over Tuskegee.
Did you hear the question?
How did it feel to hear the bomb?
Yes. How did it feel when you was watching the play and they gave the bombs and everything was going off with the guys in the barracks? What was going through your mind at that particular time?
Well, it just happens that I did not get into combat. I was in class 45A. We were graduated March 11, 1945. And just so happened that Hitler got rumor of my coming over there, and he surrendered in May.
Gotcha. Thank you so much.
Hitler ain't want no smoke. Hitler ain't want no smoke. No smoke.
All right, so that concludes our show. I appreciate everyone for coming out to talk to the lieutenant. I appreciate everybody coming out to enjoy him and learn and get this education by this wonderful guy. And my God, Philly Star.
Thank you.
But right now, Philly Star, I'm going to ask you to get up, and I am going to get up. And NJD and Tania Delina is going to come up here and tell you about their business. Come on down.
Mr. Richardson, we selling those pictures for $19.95.
Come on, Tania Delina.
$19.95, we selling.
Oh, really?
Pictures of you and I.
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh, wow.
Right.
Make sure you get your cut. Huh? Make sure you get your cut. Yeah, I want my cut, yeah.
Tania Delina. Come on, Tania Delina.
They always put me on the spot.
Hey, I wouldn't be me if I didn't. You're talking about legacy. It's the end of the show when you're going to do your own.
Your announcement. Your announcement. Oh, you got to do your own announcement.
No, he gave you the mic. You want me to do legacy or beyond expectations? Beyond expectations is the instruction.
Everything.
Hello everyone, my name is Tania Delina. As you know, I'm also the author of Planning for the Afterlife, the Comprehension Workbook Guide. I am also a coach for legacy preparation. So if you're on social media and you want to join the community, where I do give tips and information on legacy and how to protect your legacy and the different type of legacies that there is, you can follow me on at Legacy Preparation. I am also an event planner, so right now I'm about to tell you about Beyond Expectation. So Beyond Expectation has been around for 7 years, where I do custom designs. I'm also the one who set up the decor, and right now it is graduation season. So with it being graduation season, we are honoring those who are graduating from high school, college, if it's pre-K, elementary school, and you would like to do something special and have some custom decor or treats or apparel, you can follow me at Beyond Expectation or on social media at BEEVENTZ, where you can have a consultation with me and I will bring your vision to life. Thank you, my girl. Well, thank you. Hey, y'all. My name is Heather J. I'm the behind-the-scenes queen for Day2Day Talk, but I'm also the CEO and owner, head chef for Not Just Desserts. Let me tell you something about my company. I love serving people. So when I put a plate in front of you and you take that first bite and you have that smile on your face, you make my entire day. It just gives me all of the feels on the inside. Do you understand what I'm saying? Anyway, for this upcoming spring, we are doing pop-ups. We have some pop-ups coming up. You need to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Not Just Desserts. That's DESERTS. I usually type it. I don't have to say it. They make me come up here and then I have to remember everything I'm supposed to say. We have some pop-ups coming up. We do weddings. We do bridal showers. We do coordinating. We do tea parties. We do whatever you want to do for your mom for Mother's Day. We have a menu for Easter if you want desserts, because that's the best part of the meal. Y'all know. Y'all don't have to agree because I know I'm right. It's the best part of the meal. But if you want your meal done, we'll do that too. You want corn and shake? We can do that. I make some of the best food that you've ever tasted in your life. It'll bless you, change your world, and no, you cannot move in with me.
And that, thank you, sir. I appreciate you. And that was NJD and Beyond Expectation Events. And now, this is one of my favorite parts of the show. I get to talk about one of the clothing lines that I love. You got a shirt. You got a shirt. We all got a shirt. Listen, this guy right here, Philly Star, he is the CEO, and I can never say it enough, of the most inspirational clothing line ever. I'm your best option, IYBO. He got everything you need, from bathing suits to sundresses, workout gear, cargo pants, sweatshirts, everything. One of my favorite colors he has is cream and tangerine. But he also has blue and rose, Kelly green and white. He got it all. Listen, IYBO, CLOTHING. Check him out. Don't take my word for it. Go look at the line and see what I promise you, you're gonna love it. When I put them hoodies on, I'm like I'm wrapped in a blanket. I personally did, and this is a true story, I personally did a story outside at Love Park in the dead of winter in front of the portal, right? Everybody was all wrapped up in their gloves and their coats, hoods on, hats pulled all the way down. I had on an IYBO hoodie. And when I say I was good, I promise you, I was good. If I was cold, I have no problem saying I'm cold. I'm going to put some jackets on, I'm going to get warm, long johns, whatever. The hoodie was quality. Listen, I cannot say it enough. Go check my guy out. Go check him out.
Appreciate you, Day, as always, man. You always come out crazy. I be looking around like, who are you talking about? I got some more pictures with you. We gonna sell this one too, all right? Dr. Richardson. How much percentage do I have to give you for these pictures? 50. You want 50%?
Yeah, 10%.
10%? That's it?
I'm not gonna be greedy.
We can barter.
Huh?
We can barter. I bring you out. No, Day's gonna bring you out, because I can't bring you out like everybody else that day. We got upcoming events and announcements. We got 24/7 access. Tune in to live shows, podcasts, and your favorite music anytime, anywhere. Stay connected. Never miss an episode with push notifications for new shows, live events, and special announcements. Worldwide streaming, whether you're local or international. Like you was international, but you was international, but you stayed in Mississippi, Alabama, and all those places. So it was locally international.
Locally international.
Local international. Yeah. Industries Radio, keep you connected to the culture and community. Stay tuned, stay connected, and keep it locked to Day2Day Talk on In the Streets Radio. Hey, Day, can I do the last one?
Yeah, by all means.
He's being nice, y'all. Trust me. When y'all tune in next Wednesday, I don't get to do all this stuff. I promise y'all, I don't. I promise. Would you like to be a guest on our show or know someone who should be on our show? We would love to have you. Would you like us to host or be a part of your upcoming event? DM us by way of IG or email management at day2daytalk@gmail.com. Look at him. Look. He's trying to get the mic back that fast.
All right, y'all. That's the end of the show. And we practiced this in the beginning and we got it. We gonna do it again. This is it. We are gonna end the show with y'all. Turn the cameras around so they can see y'all. This is how we gonna end the show.
We gonna do.
Turn that one around too. Turn it around too. Turn it around.
We gonna do it together.
There we go. Y'all ready?
We ready.
Yo.
What it do,
baby? And we out of here. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell